Consider the state of your mind upon waking each day. Frequently, it feels packed and bustling, akin to a beehive abuzz with thoughts about tasks at hand, issues demanding resolution, and reflections on the events of the previous day. It resembles navigating through a tempest within your mind, where revisiting old memories and self-judgment persist. This constant mental activity can be exhausting and all-encompassing. Yet, envision a possibility to liberate yourself from this ceaseless cycle. What if you could calm this inner tempest and discover a serene sanctuary within yourself? Think of this emptiness not as a dark, empty space but more like a calm, vast ocean where peace is not just something you feel but something you really live and experience. When you allow yourself to become empty, something freeing happens. You start to let go of the different masks you wear every day. This change begins when you realize that worrying about what others think only hides your real self. When you welcome this emptiness, you discover that the real magic is in being truly you, without pretending to be something you're not. This emptiness doesn't conform to the empty perception you might anticipate. It's not meaningless. Instead, it's a space filled with endless possibilities. This often happens when you meditate deeply, and all your worries about the past and the future just melt away. In this empty space, you find a kind of clearness that's really hard to come by when your mind is full of noisy thoughts. It's like the quietness of this emptiness makes room for real wisdom to appear. The benefits you get emotionally and mentally from this practice are really amazing. It's the point where you let go of all those heavy expectations and constant self-criticism and just be yourself. It's like lifting a heavy weight off your shoulders, making you feel light and free. This sense of emptiness isn't merely a brief pause, rather, it signifies a substantial shift in our approach to living and savoring each moment. It doesn't imply a deficiency, instead, it emphasizes the importance of genuine presence and recognizing the inherent abundance that often eludes us amidst our bustling thoughts. During this process, we also start to question some of our deep-seated beliefs. We're often told that to achieve anything, we must always be doing, pushing, and struggling. This mindset makes us think that everything worth having comes only through hard work and lots of effort. But when you practice becoming empty, you're trying something totally different. This approach doesn't mean you have to keep fighting, it's more about a peaceful giving in. It's accepting that deep down, we are already complete. When we realize this, we can see through the illusion of what we think we need to be. Embracing emptiness is not an action but a journey of exploration and discovery. It's like peeling off layers that have been blocking our view of what's truly real. We often grow up thinking that we should value only what we get through hard work. But in the world of spirituality, the path is actually quite straightforward. It's not about always trying hard, it's about calmly accepting what is. Think about it like floating in a river. If you try to swim against the current, you'll feel resistance and get tired quickly. But if you just let yourself float and trust the river's flow, you'll move smoothly and effortlessly. In the same way, when you embrace this emptiness, you're not struggling against life's currents, you're moving along with them. The inclination to constantly engage in activities may hinder us from authentic self-expression. Mastering emptiness involves letting go instead of holding on, and embracing acceptance rather than attempting to control or conquer circumstances. It's like an open invitation to experience life's natural flow without trying to resist or control every part of it. When we step away from the mindset of always having to do something, we find that the real magic happens when we create room for what's naturally ours. It's a state where we let life happen in a harmonious way, a journey about accepting, letting go, and realizing that often the best solution isn't to do something but to simply be. However, bringing this state of emptiness into our daily existence and determining if it can genuinely transform our lives poses a question. The initial step is surprisingly straightforward: release and let go. Yes, let go of the heavy backpack full of worries, duties, and expectations. I encourage you to take off this backpack and let it fall gently from your shoulders. Sometimes the most profound change happens when we stop trying to carry the world's burdens on our own shoulders. Another helpful method is to simply watch your thoughts. Instead of getting tangled in your mind's complicated web, become a watchful observer of your own thoughts. When you embrace emptiness, you aren't reacting to your thoughts, you're just watching them from a distance without getting involved. This way, you can make the conscious choice to let go of thoughts that aren't helping you feel good. The act of observing can be more powerful than you might think. For example, when you meditate, try to see your thoughts as clouds floating across the sky of your mind. If you find yourself holding on to negative thoughts, let them go as if you were releasing a dark cloud. Simply watch these thoughts without getting attached, because just like clouds, they come and go. When you make emptiness a part of your daily life, you'll realize that it's not about running away from reality but about experiencing it more deeply. Through consistent daily practice, you'll observe subtle yet meaningful shifts in your interactions with the world. Life gradually becomes less about completing tasks on a to-do list and more about fully embracing and living each experience. It's true that a lot of our suffering is actually optional. We all face tough times and challenges, but how we respond to these situations is up to us. When you start to embrace emptiness, you'll see that many of the problems you thought you had were actually created by your own mind. This practice of emptiness teaches you that you have the choice not to get caught up in negative thoughts and feelings. Realizing this can be incredibly freeing. You're no longer controlled by your thoughts or what happens around you. Instead, you get to choose how you react to them. This choice is the real power of emptiness. It's the ability to find peace even when everything around you is chaotic. Essentially, emptiness revolves around appreciating the beauty of simplicity. In today's world, we're always looking for more money, more status, more stuff. But when you practice emptiness, you start to really appreciate what you already have. Simplicity doesn't just become enough, it becomes something that truly satisfies you. When you start to embrace emptiness, you'll realize that true happiness doesn't come from gathering more things or achieving a certain status. Instead, it's about making a real and meaningful connection with yourself and the world around you. Embracing emptiness provides an opportunity to perceive life with a renewed and profound perspective. It involves not distancing oneself from the world but gaining a broader and more serene understanding of it. Making emptiness a part of your everyday life doesn't just bring peace and calm, it also helps you connect more deeply with the true nature of your existence. It's important to remember that emptiness isn't a place you arrive at, it's a journey you take every day. Every day is a new chance to practice being empty, to untangle yourself from your mind's grasp, and to experience life in a richer and more complete way. There's no set script or strict rules to follow. Emptiness is a very personal journey shaped by how you see the world and your own experiences in life. It's important to be kind to yourself as you walk this path. Some days you'll feel a strong connection to this practice, and other days it might seem harder to reach. This is completely normal and part of your journey. Spend some time thinking about the changes you're going through. Consider how you feel after you meditate, what kind of thoughts or emotions come up when you're observing them without getting involved, and how practicing emptiness influences the way you interact with people every day. Reflecting on these inquiries will initiate a deeper comprehension of your personal growth and development. Becoming empty doesn't mean you lose who you are. In fact, it brings you closer to your true self. I encourage you to approach this journey with curiosity, an open mind, and most importantly, with love. Every morning when you wake up, you have the chance to choose lightness instead of heaviness, peace instead of turmoil. With every intentional breath and each mindful moment, you are journeying towards the essence of your true self. I hope you liked this video. Subscribe for more such videos. Thanks for watching.